can we just hit the honesty button on Elanga? The Elanga that we had at Man United was nothing like the Elanga I've seen tonight. Absolutely nothing. When Elanga was at United, he was not that player. People saying we shouldn't have sold Elanga. You genuinely think if we'd kept Elanga, he'd be that good?
How's it going, everyone? I hope you guys are all doing well. Welcome back to the channel. Obviously, another loss for Manchester United midweek at Nottingham Forest. Probably not the worst performance of the season. I think there were spells in the match where we played quite well. They had some decent spells of possession, but ultimately another loss and not good enough. I thought the big thing was going forward. We were awful until really Harry Maguire came in and we just played long ball and got some crosses into the box. We didn't really have any chances. So another loss, and really at this point, I just can't wait till the season is done. From start to finish, it's just been awful. Starting obviously with Ten Hag, someone that, really didn't know what he was doing. The owner, Sir Jim Ratcliffe, has come out and said that, he shouldn't have kept Ten Hag. Now Ruben Amorim's come in, he doesn't really have his own players. We're using a new system. None of these players really suit that system. Is this system going to work moving forward? What players are going to be here next season? Are we going to have the money to buy players? What players are we going to be linked to? So, it's just a real mess for Manchester United, obviously in 13th place. And really, I can't wait till the summer, get this season out the way. And just, I'm tired of it. But as for yesterday, obviously, I've heard a lot of people talk about Anthony Elanga, and especially Mark Goldbridge, and obviously Ruben Amorim has had some things to say. Ruben Amorim pretty much saying that, the pressure of Manchester United, things of that nature. Mark Goldbridge pretty much saying that Anthony Elanga was nothing like he was now at Manchester United. In my opinion, this is just a blatant lie. And this is just, another thing there are just a certain group of fans, for some strange reason, that we've got players at the club that either we overrate players massively or we completely underrate players. Anthony Elanga was not that bad. He just wasn't. I remember him when he was on Manchester United. Marcus Rashford was not performing. Anthony Elanga had a very good attitude. He was a good athlete. He worked hard, and he was constantly in the gym. He was a good kid. Was he a world beater at Manchester United? Absolutely not. But there was nothing wrong with his performances. There was nothing wrong with them. We got rid of him, and he was clearly, in my opinion, when he was on Manchester United, he was clearly a player that was going to develop and get better. Again, Ralph Rangnick loved the guy and really praised his attitude. Anthony Elanga was not that bad. So I don't really understand what people are saying, oh, well, players leave Manchester United and they transform themselves. It's not true. Another example, Anthony. Look how well he's doing at Real Betis. Was Anthony a world beater at Manchester United? No, I'm not saying that. Was he worth the money in terms of the 100 million? Of course not. But he wasn't that bad. Anthony, even this season, came off the bench numerous times and made a massive difference. He wasn't that bad. So that's Anthony Elanga and Anthony. Neither of them were as bad as I've seen Garnacho at times this season. As bad as I've seen Højlund. Saw a performance from Dorgu. Was Malacia ever as bad as Dorgu was on Tuesday? I'm not sure. So again, get rid of Malacia. People say that he's rubbish, and we replace him with Dorgu, who is he much better than Malacia? Not in my opinion. So, again, I think we just either, there's two options. We either massively overrate players or we just completely, rubbish them. I think Casemiro is another example. This manager was not using him for months on end. Casemiro played against Nottingham Forest. Yeah, his shooting wasn't very good, and there was a couple misplaced passes here and there, but he was miles better than Ugarte. He was probably our best player on the pitch against Nottingham Forest. And he's actually played well, especially in recent games. So again, I really just wanted to call this out. I think, a lot of people really are just all over the place in terms of our fan base. I think the talent identification, even from this manager, is quite alarming. Again, he's gotten rid of some players, yet I'm seeing Delot start every single week. Bruno Fernandes, he's making comments saying that, Bruno Fernandes, he's never ever going to leave. That was another performance from Bruno Fernandes where he was non-existent. This is a manager. 1 week he wants to play Xerxes as number 10. He's playing him as a number 9 against Forest. He's clearly not a number 9. So look, I do understand that, yes, this is a manager that we probably do have to give time to. But I think there are some massive red flags already. And I think, for Mark Goldbridge pretty much saying that Elanga, was not very good when he was on Man United previously, I'm calling that out because it's not true. Again, this was a young player. He was doing all right. He was not a world beater, but he was not that bad. He was nowhere near as worse as Garnacho's been. I remember that assist against Norwich that went to Cristiano Ronaldo. I remember a few other good performances. So, I felt like I just had to call that out. Obviously, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Very difficult season for Manchester United. I know we're all, pretty fed up with the situation from top to bottom, really. So, let me know what you guys think in the comments. Thank you, as always, for tuning in. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And I will see you guys on the next one.